should do the whole intro as an old head. I can do that too. What's good, everyone? I can cut it out too. What's good, everyone? Welcome to the seventh episode of Bullshit. Let me do it again. What's good, everyone? I'm telling you, it's got to go into the damn Movavi anyways. Eighth episode. Let me go. What's good, everyone? Welcome to the eighth episode of 21 Questions, a high ground Q&A. I am your host, OG Bam, and I'm excited to continue this journey where curiosity meets conversation. And today I have another HGU member, Anifreeze. What's up, sir?
Said, what's happening? What's happening, my man?
I'm
Said,
never gonna keep that intro. You know how this works?
yeah, I think I got an idea how it works.
It ain't like last week. I feel so sorry. I should bring him back and let him have a real episode. Um,
My boy did a
usually you make the time out for it. Um, usually, usually it's the same. Y'all have some similar questions in here in the 21. It's 21 pool questions. Um, some of it'll be deep. Some of it's going to be thought provoking. All of it's going to be thought provoking. Some of them's going to feel like a rapid fire one. Don't be Lynn. Lynn right now still has the least amount. 38 minutes. The record for the show for the least amount of minutes on the show is 38 minutes.
oh my
And the most still is Mr. GH2 at an hour 8.
God.
We'll see if somebody can break that sooner rather than later. Also, I have gotten rid of my uh, hoodie because a member had told me you always wear that hoodie. Well, because I'm fat, black things make me look skinnier.
Let's say,
Anyways,
feel free to wear it.
I've gotten way too comfortable. It's still a serious TV show. This ain't on TV. We on YouTube. It's still a serious show. So, yeah, let's just be as honest as you can. You can be funny, but as long as you're honest, I don't really care about it. And it should be fun. Nothing in here is going to get you timed out. There's no Titans, Texas questions at all. That's why I feel so bad. Anyways, let's go ahead and start. Number one. If your life had a theme song, what would be playing when you walked into a room?
Oh, if I had a theme song, what would it be?
For an example, mine would probably be Headbuster.
I don't think it's gonna be that aggressive, but golly, man, if I had one song, it's kind of interesting too, because I, sometimes I don't really think about these things through, but like for some reason, the one off the top of my mind that it comes to is "A Long Walk" by Jill Scott. Um, so for a reason that song, for me in particular, is because that song it has some meaning to me for a simple reason. I first heard that song like when I was like 4 or 5 years old, riding with my father to school, because he'd be playing different tunes and things, and Jill Scott just resonated with me just in terms of its sound. But like actually growing older, starting to listen to the lyrics more, understanding the lyrics is very symbolic, just in terms of like, the journey, right? Uh,
Mm.
says, especially in my life, like I know uh, people perceive certain things just based upon what you do, what you have, things like that, but they never truly understand the full story of a person. And I think for me, I would say it's a long walk because um, even despite the things that people see I have or may do, there's a story behind it, and it's been a journey for me to get to certain points in my life. So thus, it's been a long walk. It's been a long journey. Um, so with Jill Scott, long walk. I think it resonates very well for me just in that term, in terms of that space. Uh, just in terms of, hey, life is a journey. We're all taking a long walk through this game we call life, or through this thing we call life. I guess for lack of better words. But I think that song for me truly represents more of my life and just the journey of it all.
That's a better answer than a lot of people would have given. Somebody might have said NBA YoungBoy or some random Playboy Cardi or
Yeah,
something.
I'm not a YN.
If I ever get a wine on the show. Oh, that's good. All right. Well, on that same note, you gave us the what would have happened if you yeah, the music if you walked into a room. If your personality, number two, if your personality had a tagline or a slogan, something along like mine would probably be "I wish you would" or "Damn, that's crazy." That reflects my personality. If your personality had a tagline or slogan, what would it be?
Tagline and slogan. Hmm. Ooh, now that's an interesting one.
Mhm.
Cause I feel like I could have multiple ones. Like I could, man. One could be, man, that motherfucker's up to something, or or one could be like you're a very stoic person, uh, or that motherfucker, like, he's crazy enough to do something, and he just like that Dexter level where you wouldn't know anything. Uh, Golly, if I had to settle on one, I'd probably say he's he's just unpredictable. Because people, like I said, they perceive one thing from me. Like I said, just based upon how I act or how I approach things. And then there are times where I would do something and they wouldn't expect it. Uh, so like people would just look at me like the type that I'm very quiet, I wouldn't say nothing. But I could also be the same man that would say I'm sliding into the server like a vanilla wafer banana pudding. You never know. So yes, I did actually say this. It happened.
I know because I was there when you said it.
So well, I guess my tagline would be that is one unpredictable man. Because I just have a face. You just never know. I have a poker face. I do. Oh, actually, that's a better one. He has a poker face. There go one.
Man, I can't wait till the day y'all do my episode for me. What's your tagline? Meow. That and be like that guy that's in those when they sit in the ones with the glasses that be like, 5 plus 6, 1T1. I will have you assassinated. Yeah. It's good to have personal taglines. It's good to recognize that your personality is unpredictable. There's a lot of people who just want to be like, "Oh, my personality is great or is the greatest thing." So, and then a lot of people say that. You're gonna ask 10 people in a row, "What's your personality?" "Oh, it's kind. This is shut up."
Yeah, like so. Yeah, I mean, I'm just the type of person. I'm like curious about a lot of different things. So I'm just a very naturally curious person. So there's a lot of interest in things that people wouldn't probably expect that I know. But then when I tell them, then they are surprised that I wouldn't know about this kind of stuff.
I'm an orange cat. I'm impulsive. The slogan, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
I don't know why every time I say orange, I just think of fucking Garfield. Like that's just where my mind goes.
It's because that's a popular cat.
And a
All
big back.
right, in a big bag. I'm not a big bag. I'm just big boned. Okay, Cartman. Number three. What's a child? We just talked about this a little bit. What's a childhood memory that still makes you laugh every time you think about it?
Oh god. Oh man, I had to be careful with this one. Oh my goodness, because it's like it was like most of the ones I think of growing up is just ones where like it involves my family and my family's kind of wild, man, and I would hate to bust them out for it. But god damn it. Oh man, one childhood memory that always makes me laugh. Okay. I won't. I ain't gonna put my family on blast, but I'll put myself into this one. This more so kind of putting one of my old friends on blast. But so it was when I was probably I had to be like 11 or 12. Yeah, because so I had a go kart, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes like the go karts some of them they don't have the little guardrail to protect you, things, but some do. Mine had the guardrails attached to it. Um, so I had a friend of mine over, like he was kind of you know spent some days over at my place. He wanted to drive my go kart because he saw my father. Because like on certain go karts, like there's a certain way you have to do certain things. Like
Mm-hmm.
not everybody could do a 360 or a donut on a go kart. If you're not like on a certain way to where it can hold it down and where you can apply enough
You got to be
pressure.
fat. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll let you say that. I'm just, but my father, like he was doing donuts, and so my friend, he started getting this. I guess he got this idea in his mind. He's like, "Hey, D, let me drive your go kart, man." I was like, "Okay," because I knew what he was thinking. And the first thing I told him, I was like, "Look, don't do it." Whatever you're thinking. He's like, "No, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it." So gets in the driver's seat. I get in the passenger seat, and God, this isn't even gonna sound even worse, but I only had one helmet at the time, so I had the helmet on. He was just driving without the helmet. So proceed to
Mm-hmm.
drive down the road, because we're driving through the neighborhood. And as we're driving, he looks at me and he's like, "Hey D, watch this." I said, "What you mean watch this?" I was like, don't do what you think you're about to do." He's like, "No, I know, I got it. Watch this, watch this." I was like, "Hey, don't you do it. Don't you do it." Next thing you know, he just yanks the steering wheel, turns it. Next thing you know, all I remember is that we just start flipping. And I'm talking about we're flipping the go kart, and it's like three flips, like something in a fucking Michael Bay film. We're just flipping the damn go kart around, and like after it, yeah, after that whole thing, like the go kart flips over. Luckily, there was a neighbor who was cutting his grass next to us, that saw the whole thing, and so he comes over to help us out. And like I started like coming to it a little bit and realizing what happened. And so like he said, "Hey, hey, you good? You okay? Hey, I can take you back to wherever." And sure, he takes us back to my parents' place. So we're sitting in the back of the man SUV, and like I'm talking about, like I got cuts all through my arm. Like if you, I don't know, you can maybe even see it. It's probably too light now, but like I had scars all on my arm from the asphalt and stuff. And it's just me and my friend. It's just real quiet in the back seat. And my friend looks at me and he's like, "Hey D, I just want to tell you I'm sorry." At that point, when I told you I saw red, I wasn't hearing none of the shit he was saying. It was just all red. I was so pissed off. I look at him. I was like, "Hey, don't you say nothing to me this whole time we're riding back here. I want you to shut up. I told you not to do it, but you did it anyway." I'm just going off on him. And the guy just in the front, he just listening, hear me go off. He's like,
Mm-mm.
"Shut the fuck up right now. Don't you say to me, okay? Don't say shit to me." I was like, "I don't want you to say nothing to me now. I don't want to see nothing 24 hours. I don't want you to say shit for the next week." I'm just going off on my friend. Just
You
giving
probably was hearing the Chris Benoit music.
Oh yeah, it's basically like that. I'm just raging on him in the back seat. But yeah, man, I almost made him cry because I was just going off on him. And so we get back to my house, man. My parents like, "You okay?" I was like, "No, I'm not all right, man. I told him not to flip it. He flipped the go kart, man, and I'm pissed off." And everybody, and like there are other kids around too, and everybody just looking at me going off, just going crazy on my friend. And like I said, he's still my home. But at that time. at that time, man, I just dog. It's just there was nothing you could say to me that was not gonna go the fuck off on them. Cause you tell somebody to do something and they do it anyway. What else do you think is gonna happen? Okay, I'm gonna fuck off. So yeah, yeah, that memory for me is always just funny for me when I look back on it because it was just how it happened and how I went off on him in front of every single person in the neighborhood, and everybody's just watching me go
You
to
was
fuck
looking
off.
you was looking at him like Homelanders.
Oh yeah, they was like, "Oh my gosh, look at this angry kid over here. He's an issue." But yeah,
Um,
but yeah,
well,
that's one.
I guess everybody's gonna want to know what the fourth answer is, knowing that you're a twisted psychopath that yells at people. Number four,
It's
what
amazing.
what the mindset shift that helps you manage stress or tough situations more effectively. And yelling is not one of them, sir.
No, I mean, look, it's just in that time and place. No, I mean, for me though, man, if I ever, I don't like to say I'm just not the type. Now in that moment I was, I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of one of my time. But usually for me, if there's ever a moment where there's a confrontation, for me, I'm just a chill person, man. Like I just rather just, hey, let's just go to the side, talk about it. I mean, we're grown, we can talk about stuff face to face. I don't see the point in like putting it out there for other people to see. There's no reason to have other people involved in something that's specifically an A and B thing. All right. Like I said, for me in any situation where adults say we can just talk it out, man. Cause usually what you find a lot of times within a misunderstanding is that you find a common ground and you actually begin to understand a person better that way. Um, like I said, I think that's just the beautiful thing with communication is that um, in communication, if you have a misunderstanding, sometimes all it takes is just a simple conversation to work out a certain issue or problem you have with somebody, and you can better understand the person, and you could possibly get along better with them for it and create a better relationship for it. Um, so for me, I just like to always preach communication with somebody. If there's ever an issue you have with somebody, just talk it out. Because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find a common ground, and it's gonna create a positive experience either way.
I agree with that. That's a good answer. I guess number five is going to be another weird one. Damn, I didn't think I was going to be a therapist asking these questions today. Damn.
I'm a chill person, trust me.
Number five, do you have any small daily habits that help you reset or keep a clear head? Since
Uh,
that incident, I'm like, go ahead.
no, it's cool, it's cool. No, actually, I do. And like I said, I'm not afraid to express this kind of thing because I know there are millions of others that go through the same thing. I do suffer from mild to medium forms of depression.
Mhm.
It's something that I had to figure out for a while now. And the thing that people sometimes don't understand with depression is that it's never just a one off. Like it's an ongoing thing that you had to battle and deal with consistently. And the reason I don't be afraid to tell people about this because there are a million others just like me that suffer through this every single day and have to battle with it every single day. Uh, so for me, it was a process which I had to kind of develop my own mechanisms to kind of reset myself. So for me, it just came down just going back to the basics. Sometimes you just gotta stay off of this because this can be a part of it. Because, like I said, this controls so much of our lives that we don't even realize it. And then once we put it away, like there's a lot of stuff you can realize you get away from. But for me, sometimes just going back to the basics, just doing what I enjoy. Sometimes I just, watch a movie, watch some anime or, even sketch, because I like to sketch at times. or just sometimes hang out. Just take time away, hang out with the family. My dog and stuff like that. I just, for me, it's just going back to the basics on things. So for me, as a reset, it's a matter of just doing things that I enjoy, spending time with friends, family, whatever it may be, and just getting out, enjoying life. Like I said, because in life we got so much things happening, but like I said, we do have time, and sometimes we just need to use that time to get away.
I'm looking at some of these breaking the ice questions that I wrote down, and I'm noticing a pattern
Uh
that
oh.
that is getting. It's all dealing. Everything that you answer goes into the next question. So
Oh shit.
or you're not the only one to do this too. If you watch the other episodes, yeah, I would know. I found this way to maybe start here and then it just leads into where it goes. It's great. Uh, I don't even have to talk about it beforehand before I ask the question because he's already talked about.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 6, how do you recognize when you need a break and what's your go-to way to recharge?
Yeah, yeah. Just like I said, going back to the previous question. So like I said, sometimes it's like if you ever notice, and again speaking to those who also go experience the same thing, sometimes there's like you have these moments where you're just kind of going into like a, continuous cycle of doing the same thing, and sometimes you don't even realize you're doing the same thing until like you just like easily recognize yourself or somebody else tells you like that, hey, like you're constantly doing the same thing, like, and you just fall into this rut. um so sometimes you kind of have to just like set yourself like, okay, I did this yesterday. Like, let me do something else. And like, let me just reset and recharge a little bit. So
Mhm.
that's when you just say to yourself, okay, instead of doing this, let me, like I said, let me sketch something today, or let me, like I said, let me just watch a movie or something. Just break it up, kind of break up the pattern, what you're doing. 'Cause that is part of the depression, is that you
Right.
fall into the cycle of continuously doing things over and over.
Mhm. Mhm.
And like I said, of course, definition insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So thus you're going into that pattern. So something even just simple as doing something different than what you did the previous day can help break that cycle and just kind of recharge yourself a little bit. Because it's very easy to fall into it. Like I said, we're in such a busy day and age where we're always constantly on the go, just nonstop. Sometimes you just need a break.
Well, let's see. This is probably the same, and it's probably you're going to answer the same way. But
Mhm.
how do you stay present? Number 7. How do you stay present and avoid getting overwhelmed by everything happening around you? Because being in a certain Discord or group, is a little hectic.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's very true. Sometimes, I mean, it's gonna sound again simple to say, but sometimes you just take a deep breath. Just hey, step off, take a deep breath, collect yourself, uh, and like I said, just kind of get back into your flow and things. Uh, because like I said, it's very easy just to fall into the go, 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 just keep going nonstop activity, and sometimes you just never give yourself a chance to pause. And just like like in the game, just hit the pause button. All right, step away and just then go back to what you're doing, or go step away, do something different, go take a walk, just do something different. It's just something as simple as that, just breaking it up. It can go a long way, and man, hey, even take a nap. Want to take a nap? There's nothing like a good afternoon nap.
Naps. I wish I could sleep during the day. I still use pills to sleep during the day too. It's weird. Take a nap. All right, take my pills. Sleep for 8 hours.
So that's like deep sleep.
There's no naps in my life. It's just sleep. All right. Enough of the really deep ones. We might have some fun with this one because we are both big backs.
That is true.
He might not look like a big back. Big backs are usually look like me, wearing dark colors to fit, into the no, I'm really skinny, but y'all just see what y'all see online. Nah, this makes me look like I'm 10 pounds less. Trust me, 400 minus 10 is still 390. It's still big, so big bag.
Oh, I'm always being asked like, how am I not like 300 pounds? And like every one of my friends ask me this. They're like, where does it go?
Yeah, well, you kind of have what I have. A lot of people have mistakenly said, "Well, Bam eats too much." Bam doesn't eat nearly as much as y'all think I do. No, well, Bam eats a lot of sweets. Nope, that ain't not me. That is not me. I have a medical condition. I can prove it, but why? I don't want to be made fun of, so I'm not going to talk about that. That's why I don't. That's why a lot of people don't be aren't believed on if they have a medical condition that's making them bigger, making them harder to lose weight or keep weight off. Is because you skinny people still make fun of them when they tell you. When I will tell you, and then you get mad when I slap the shit out of you. Do better. All right, number 8. That was not scripted at all. Number 8.
Never is. Never
This
is.
is the fun ones. I'm talking about slapping people. And number 8, if you were tasked with designing a menu, uh-huh, where each dish reflects a different part of your personality, what would be on it? Limit yourself to like 3 dishes.
Okay, got you, got you. Okay, so I guess we'll do like appetizer, entree, and then dessert.
Yeah,
All right. Ooh, now this is a good question.
not for me. For me, it'd be easy. For Fatback Bam, it's like loaded potato skins, chicken wings, and blueberry lemon cornbread, bro. Like, go
Oh,
ahead
yeah.
though.
Okay, yeah, B. Bad play. Golly, for me, uh, man, for okay, yeah. So like for appetizer, I'm gonna have to go with trying to think of something. I'm gonna say appetizer. I probably would say like wings or something, or like maybe mozzarella sticks, just because. I mean, what's the first thing you think about when you watch sports and things like that? Since I'm such a sports junkie, wings, right?
Hmm.
At a party, you got wings for sports and things. So probably wings for the appetizer. Just kind of get the party going. Probably start with that. Man, if I would, boy, I probably would have thought of some more answers, but I'll go with that for right now. But yeah, for the entree, ooh, oh my gosh, there's so many options for entree. Ooh, okay, I might surprise people with this one. I'll probably put this because since I love since I'm such a geography person and history, uh, I'm gonna say butter chicken.
Indian.
Yeah, Indian butter chicken. All
Hmm.
right. And then just to kind of bring out my Italian, with probably with some pizza. Uh,
Hmm.
like I said, cause hey, I'm giving people hack here, man. Hey, butter chicken with pizza.
No,
What
no, don't ruin another question. Just answer the question, sir.
I'm sorry. I said, okay. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube. Uh, yeah. Okay. And for the dessert, man, I'm saying I'll go for dessert. I'm probably going with a favorite. Just because I'm full of fluffiness and love. Oh, I'm probably Oreo cream pie. All right, an Oreo cookies and cream pie. All right.
Okay.
Man,
Okay.
man,
Uh, as I stated earlier, I'm some type of a cat where I can change my mind on a fly. My personality changes quickly. My personality is now on the level of appetizers are like pickle chips, and then the entree is Dino Nuggies, and the dessert is Dunkaroos, bro. Like whatever personality is, what happens.
man, and I would
uh,
probably
and
I'd say for
anybody.
probably have rice too.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're a butter chicken, you have to have rice.
Yeah, but
Basmati rice.
I like my rice though with like butter and sugar. Like I'm real, I guess,
This
southern
country.
that way.
This country. God. I like my
That's
sugar to
part-
raise
I'm
my blood
country, man.
pressure.
I'm country dog.
I
Like
like it to raise my blood sugar and my blood pressure. Yeah.
look,
Um,
I'm
I
raising
am big back through and through.
look. I got a family
It
that was
is it,
raising squirrels and raccoons and things like that. So it's just part of the.
and we have to remind people that may or may not watch this. Butter chicken is from India. That's why they're called Indians. Indian food. We ain't got to worry about Native American. We ain't got to worry about political correctness. They are from India. They're Indians.
It's so good. Butter chicken is so good.
And it has fat in it. And guess what? It's good
Very
for
true.
me.
It's very fatty,
But it's good
especially
for
corn.
me. It's actually good as part of my diet. A lot of fat.
Mhm.
Right. Let me see. You try to screw it up. No, sir. Number 9. Food is often linked to nostalgia. Often, like, cause boy,
It is. Yeah.
what's a dish that brings back strong memories for you?
Ooh, strong memories. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I can for sure. Yeah. There's like there's probably a couple I could point to. One. One is always a favorite of mine. It's because it was passed down from my grandmother. Uh, and this is something that's actually been passed down. It's a recipe been passed down through slavery times, but it's a dish called butter roll. All right. For those who do live in the South that heard of it, y'all know this has been passed down through generations and generations. A very simple dish. Pretty much consists of like dough, butter, sugar, nutmeg, and milk. Then you bake it, and then, like I said, you kind of add your milk to make sure it's more consistent. But um, that dish is one for sure that brings memory because it just points back to like my childhood, like especially the good times, because we always would have it at family functions and things where all the families around, we would laugh, joke, and whatever, have a good time. And like that dish would always be there because my grandma would always make it when the family would come, when we would have Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever. So that dish for sure just brings good memories and good times. Just makes me think of all the times with the family, because we would always fight over that dish. Like it would be like 20 of us, and we would just fight for every piece of it. Uh, and because also it'll put you to sleep at the end, give you that itis. Uh,
What a motherfucking itis.
yeah. But yeah, and then yeah, that's one dish that brings back nostalgia. And I guess yeah, like I said, I guess the second one, yeah, again, it's going back to kind of the yeah, the rice, sugar, and yeah, the butter because my mother, she would always make.
Country.
What do
Country.
you want me to do?
I
Okay, okay.
mean, you're fine with that because it'd be a whole lot of people when we have discussions like how y'all like y'all rice and stuff, and a lot of people like it's only good if you have salt, pepper, and whatever. And I'm like,
There's different ways. It's
y'all
just I
y'all ain't
grew.
never had brown sugar in y'all rice before. Y'all ain't never had sugar in there with butter, like ever. Like,
Yeah, like I said, my mother would always make it for me. And then like I said, she would have the chicken with it. Like I said, then the green beans. So yeah, like that dish always bring that memory because she like always knew that was like my favorite dish. Uh, like I said, and then like possibly would also like cook meatloaf with it. Uh, because she always knew I love meatloaf. So yeah, like those dishes, like those bring back memory because my mother and grandmother would make them, and those are like my favorite dishes. Even till now, like I even had a recipe I got from my grandmother to bake for myself. Uh, so like those dishes just bring back good times and memories. Always.
all right, number 10 that you tried to answer earlier, but I wouldn't let you. What's so weird? By the way, we're at number 10, which is almost halfway. 35 minutes into this thing. What's a weird food combination that you swear by, but others might find questionable? Go ahead, tell us about the freaking pizza.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, there is a couple. I think people might look at me crazy, but okay. So yes, pizza with the buttered chicken. I did not know this was a hack until I saw a video, and my big back ass said, "You know what? Let me try this and see what it's like." So you talk about I booked it to an Indian restaurant, got the butter chicken, dipped, got the pizza, and so like I dipped in the pizza and changed my life. I ain't gonna lie, changed my life because
Hmm.
I don't know, it's like just the flavor from the butter chicken, and then just like it soaking it in with that pizza and everything, like it just creates this flavorful blend, uh, like spices and the herbs and all of that, and like it just flavor out of this world. But yeah, that's one combination. That is one combination for sure. That
It's
I
kind
think.
of like French dressing and pizza for me.
Hmm.
I mean, look, it was concocted in a hood, not in my hood, of course, but we were there. We had French, we had pizza.
Yeah, that's a. Mm,
Trust me, you gonna be like, why does this work? Because you ain't.
that's
Where else
interesting.
do you put French dressing? Nowhere. I've never used it. Again, it has not been on chicken. It has never been on a salad for me,
Oh,
ever.
now I got one. Hey, you can really think I'm country. Okay, all right. So this is one thing I also love to eat. Man, and I get good thing I saved it because I just now thought of it. All right, so another one that I like to combine is cornbread, pinto beans, ketchup, and seasoned salt all together.
I was with you until you threw ketchup in that shit. I was with you until you threw. I was like, okay, Pintos. I can see it. This man said ketchup.
I said, okay, here's what I know that's really gonna be a weird one because I'm like, this is gonna be some country ass shit. But yes, ever since I was a kid, yeah, I would combine cornbread with pinto beans, put it in with ketchup and seasoned salt, and mix it together.
That's okay. There's a common one. There's a common one that I always will say is the mark of the devil. That is eggs and ketchup. You nasty people. Stop it.
Eggs and ketchup.
That's a normal common thing. And I swear they're
Uh,
like left-handed people. Like
I guess
like
I
they
guess I'm out the loop. Then I didn't know.
it's a very common thing and I hate it. I hate it. It's one of the worst. That and hollandaise sauce. If you don't get that nasty throw up away from me. Have you ever had hollandaise sauce?
I have not.
Boy, don't have it. Don't have it. No, that's not a stout. That's not a staple from the South.
No, no,
Don't
no.
have it. Hey, if you see biscuits and hollandaise sauce, sell that shit. Send it back. If you don't have gravy back there, I'm leaving.
Man, it's funny saying that because like there's another. Oh my gosh, I'm just realizing how southern and country I may be because there's another simple meal my grandmother would make where we would just have biscuits with Delta syrup. And for those, if you don't know what Delta syrup is, it's it's a cane syrup, like real pure like sugar syrup. All right. Uh, if like for those, you'll see it in an old jar. Like yes, one of them old jars you would see from back in the day. And it's like those real sweet like cane syrup. Uh, that I would put on a dish. I would just put on biscuits. Uh, I don't know why it was so good, but my grandmother would have that, and we would just take the biscuits, pour the cane syrup on it, and eat that. Um, but yeah, that's another one. Oh my gosh,
Speak,
man.
speaking of, I'm sorry. Speaking of Big Bakery, my roommate just sent me a
Mm,
text message. So it said Brass Tap, which is a local restaurant here.
okay.
Basically, just saying what you want. Basically, I'm going to order you food. Shit. Doors closed. I'm coming here. I'm recording. 15, 15 wings, Nashville hot with ranch, please. We just had wings last night. Boy, I love wings. We are from the South. And the Nashville hot? Come on, fam. Boy.
Who doesn't love a good wing?
That's why HGU sometimes need to get together. We can all run up to Nashville, get some Prince's hot chicken right quick. You know what I'm
Man, Princess. Woo!
saying? That's the spot, bro.
Hey man, they ain't gonna be looking. Then if you go to the actual Prince, you gonna be looking around like, where the fuck are we at?
all you people down there in like Delaware and New York, sorry, New York, and Washington State, California. No, we got the best hot chicken. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bitch, please. You go to Prince's Hot Chicken in motherfucking Nashville. Yeah, man, that's what I got. You move there. You gonna move there and become a Titans fan for no reason.
I will say though, there is this restaurant in Vegas I do want to go to. I hope it's not spoiling the question, but golly, there's this restaurant I want to try for the breakfast sandwiches. Cause my gosh, man, those are look immaculate.
No, there's just two questions left about food,
Okay.
and they're all about your personal experience, I guess. What's the
Mm,
biggest misconception people have about cooking or experimenting with food? There's an actual good answer to this that I think you'll get to, but I'll
mhm.
add on to it. It's basically just like Ratatouille says, anyone can cook. You can. You just don't overthink it. So go ahead. What's your answer?
Yeah.
You just
Wait,
answered
sorry.
for me, babe.
I was like, what was the question again? Just make sure I get it
What's the
correct.
biggest misconception people have about cooking or experimenting with food?
Oh, yeah, the biggest misconception. I mean, I think one misconception is that like you have to be a genius at cooking, or like you can't put certain things together, or you don't think it's gonna work. Cooking is an for lack of better words, it's an art. All right, there are so many different ways you can make a dish. So many different ways you can create a dish. All right, that's how some of the best dishes are created, is by accident. All right, just by experimenting. Okay, you never know until you try. All right, boy, if I could count the number of times I failed when baking or cooking something, but that's how you get better, just like with anything in life. I mean, you keep trying, you
You
keep
think
experimenting till you find the correct, just that sweet spot. All right, and then once you figure it out, man, it's smooth sailing from there. I mean, you're pretty much on the highway. So yeah, the common misconception is, I mean, I think is that like, oh, I can't cook, or like I don't know how to. There's cookbooks for that reason. Okay, to do that kind of thing. All right, it takes you step by step, and then once you figure out the basics, you can add your own little mix to it and create something of your own. All right, that's the beautiful thing with cooking. For lack of better words, it's an art. It
for
literally
sure?
is an art form.
Hmm. Yeah. How do you think you get things like spicy chocolate?
Yeah.
That's like dark chocolate mixed with, or milk chocolate mixed with jalapenos or red pepper serranos. How the hell you think they come up with shit like that? Or how do you think whenever you go to somebody's house, hey man, try my chili. It's got a secret ingredient. That person experiments. Be careful, but sometimes it'll be good.
Yeah,
Because
like
you come to my house, hey man, are you allergic to really really hot things? No. Okay, experiment. You know what I'm
like I
saying?
said, yeah, just think about, like, just look at all the foods we eat now. Just think about the biggest brands and how they started. They
Hmm.
started by experimenting. They never got it right the first time. They literally kept trying till they figured the shit out.
Right. Every single thing that you've ever eaten has been experimented with. But there is still an infinitesimal you bucket. There's a lot of fucking combinations out there. Ross is gonna eat that. Please don't watch this episode, Ross. And if it what, Chris? What, Bam? There's a whole shit ton of other combinations that still have yet to be unlocked. Like when they marinate chicken in milk, buttermilk, but milk nonetheless. That's a southern thing, by the way. When I figured that out, my goodness, but it still works. It's just ugly.
Yeah, like cornbread and pinto beans and ketchup. Hey, don't knock it till you try
Oh,
it.
this ketchup is the bad part.
Oh my! Hey, like I said, don't knock it till you try it.
Mustard is everything. Team mustard. I'd rather
To,
have mustard than any type of ketchup.
to each their own. To each their own.
Have number 12. Sheesh, GH2. He's gonna break your record. Have you ever had a cooking experiment go terribly wrong? What happened?
If I have one go wrong, um, I- you know, I don't. I think I've been fortunate enough to not have one go that wrong just yet. Um, I mean, uh, there could be a situation where maybe I cook something too long and then maybe blow the stove open, door open. But
Oh
but
well.
uh, like I said, I think I've been fortunate enough to not have something I blow because there's always that thing in the back of my mind. I was like, damn, I really don't want to catch something on fire.
Well, I will help you if you had almost a clean slate, almost if it has not been catastrophic. I will add people for free a look into my disastrous attempts.
Oh no.
Two. I have two. The first one involves hot stuff, extracts, if you will. These are like the end and ghost pepper extracts and things. I put them all on a plate. We used to make barbecue sauce commercially. That means I used to sell it worldwide.
Yeah.
And I did well. I just stopped doing it because it takes a long time. Um, I had 5 different extracts because we were experimenting
Okay. Yeah.
on
Okay.
a plate just randomly, and they all looked like dipping sauces. That was my oversight. Me and a friend, we already knew don't touch the plate. We had a third friend over that we didn't tell him shit.
Oh no. I think.
Hmm. So I'm holding this plate, getting ready. Say, so we're gonna try this one, and he just gonna come in there. What y'all talking about? Put his 2 fingers in the extract for the end, which is the worst one, and took a big old glob of it and said, "How?" And we just looked at him like we might have to take him to the hospital. Why?
God.
And then about like 10 seconds maybe, he was outside crying, trying to make himself throw up, which is bad. You don't do that with hot things. You're just screwed. Now, this is also a grown ass man. This man was older than us, and um, he wasn't mad at us. He was mad at himself, thank God. But that was the first time I had said, you know what? Nobody's allowed to be here until we're working with this shit. The second time is we tried to infuse
Hmm.
pineapple with wood chips and then infuse said wood chips with the smoker into chicken, making pineapple chicken.
Okay. Okay. I think. Oh.
Man,
Oh my
that
God. What?
that shit did not taste like pineapple at all. This shit tasted like half a boot,
It's
and we
like.
had to eat like 6 pounds of chicken
Oh my gosh.
because we can't let this shit go to waste. And I can't say, well, just drop it off for the homeless people. What, bitch? I'm not gonna give that to nobody. I want them to be like the homeless people are our free billboards. If my food tastes good, the homeless people they'd be like, "Hey, yo, man, I want this dude food again."
Oh
If it
my
tastes like
God.
ass, homeless people don't give a shit.
Not
They
really.
go, they gonna tell you, "I'm gonna eat it," but that shit is ass, man. If you got money, go somewhere else.
Oh my gosh.
I
Say,
will. I
squeaky
will.
voice like Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, that was some. It was terribly wrong stuff. It was terribly wrong.
Yeah, I can say I can't say I've had this experience. Luckily.
That was a free look. So into Bam's life, one was accidentally my fault, and the other one was fully my fault. That pineapple chicken, I still want it. It's a dream, but I ain't found a way to infuse that shit into a smoker yet,
I said
and neither has the world
yeah,
that I know of.
I had a dream.
I have a dream. Anyways, number 13. What's something? Okay, thank God we have. Let me see. Oh yeah, from here on out, it's all everybody else's questions that everybody that you see every week, except for the final one, which is wholly that I wrote for you.
Okay.
So, number 13. What's something you've learned about yourself through podcasting that has surprised you?
Um, yes. So, um, I guess something I learned. Um, I guess just the amount of opportunity there is to grow. I mean, just in terms of being able to, you know, express your thoughts, be able to communicate your thoughts to a wide variety of people. And like I said, who all have different thoughts and opinion. And just, I guess, just for me, just being able to know that there is a way to express myself through different thoughts I have. Because I just know I have a very, I guess, intricate mind in just terms of how I think about things. Uh, and just being able to through this group, just finding others that also find similar interests, that also have intricate minds and thoughts and opinions. Uh, I said I just learned I learned more about myself and things that I want to do or things I want to pursue. Also, just being able to have other goals that I feel like are now being obtainable through this. So, uh, like I said, just being able to have this platform, which you allow me to come into this and do this with y'all. I'm just very grateful to have that chance. So I'll say that. Like I said, no, and now being able to also do articles as well, which is something I want to do.
We're still waiting on that.
Yeah, I'm so yeah. Yeah, sorry, you too. Like I said, trust me, it's coming. It's coming. I just it's been very busy time for me with some stuff.
We've been waiting on his articles like they've been waiting on Winter to come in the
I know,
Game of Thrones.
I know, man. Look, it's coming too. Trust me, it's coming. Gonna have to talk about the draft and all this good stuff. Trust me.
Um, number 14. What I remember the question I asked Greg last week at number 14, and that was the Texans and Titans question. That got him timed out.
Set him up, man.
Oh. Number 14. What's been the most surprising challenge as a new member of HGU?
Most challenging. Oh, um, I guess just like with all things, whenever you join something so new that's been established, that's kind of making its way through this YouTube space, just kind of finding your, I guess, finding your niche, just kind of finding my place, within the group, just figuring out, okay, where's my lane, where I feel like I can help the group, what can I provide as well. So just like with all things, just kind of finding my fit, I guess, into this. Like I said, because I mean, this was sort of already established. Some things were already, set in place. So it's just for me, it's just a matter of finding that fit in place, and just understanding like where and what parts can I assist, what parts I can just, you know, kind of step into naturally. So that's kind of I guess some of the bigger challenges that could come with it.
And it's a tough one. I mean, I do see it more as a like an NFL or football team. You had people that were here. You had people that started. You had that stayed on the team. You had people that were had to walk away. We ain't had to trade nobody yet. Hey, Triple P. Uh, but you have people that left to join other teams or themselves. Spooky. You get to talk about him later. Like he's starting his own thing too.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I can see that. Oh, where are we at? What's one moment of 15? What's one moment since joining HGU that made you feel like Yeah, this is where I belong.
Where I belong. Man, it's crazy because actually this is the one I probably thought about them a lot. Uh, the one. Um, the one moment. I guess. I guess during the well, I guess there's actually been a couple moments. I guess the one is during the HU celebration. You know, just that whole environment. And we just went through so many different things. During that celebration. Um, that for me, there were moments and times I was like, yeah, this is the place for me. Like these are people that I sort of are in line with, that I know I can rock with for sure. Things like that. Also can be um, like I said, I think it's just a good place to be. So that's one. That's probably one for sure. The other one is like I said, everybody's probably seen this already, but I would say the I know this is tour bad, but just to crash out, just to crash out. That for me was just golden because it's just so good. Oh man, I can't. For me, those moments, it just made me like, yeah, this is it for me. I can get with this. Oh my goodness, but yeah, that for sure.
That is hilarious. Rewarding for Burger Bros. That one's gonna. Let me ask you this next question, and that one's gonna take some research. Because that one, Burger Bros has a shit ton of options.
Mm-mm.
Um, now I asked you, what you learned through podcasting that surprised you. So this one not surprising, but what's one of the biggest lessons you've learned from HGU, from your other HGU um, um coworkers? I'm gonna say it like that. We don't get paid. Coworkers.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
From
right.
so far, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Biggest thing I learned. Um, I guess the biggest thing I learned from everybody. Yeah, just don't be afraid to step out and be yourself. If it's one thing for sure, it's like I said in the motto, like the script and so on. Like I said, for that motto y'all created, that's not just a motto. It's actually how we are. Like everybody, just being able to be authentic, be yourself. Like I said, for me, there's nothing. Like I said, I'm certainly not afraid to be myself, but like I said, if there's one thing definitely that just never be afraid to be yourself. All right. Like I said, we are here in this world to accept, love, and care for one another. So if it's one thing I learned for sure is that, like I said, don't be afraid to be yourself. Because we're all different in our own way, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the great part about it. We're all different types of people in our own ways, and we all have different thoughts and opinions, and that's just what makes the magic of it all. All right, so that is my
Yeah,
takeaway.
people will find out real quick, especially if they join our Discord. Somebody we have a new member now named Crazy. Crazy
Yeah,
doesn't know that they have no clue that we are a podcasting group. They didn't know we did reaction videos on YouTube at
mm,
all. All they know is Bam plays War Thunder.
mhm,
So that is just an element of having a group of with a shared channel, and a shared goal is that we're going to all have different. We're friends with another group, in the clutch. They have individual fans. They have a whole fan base as a whole for them both, but they
mhm.
do have their individual fans. Like I see it all the time when it's just dub on stream. It's like half of what they usually get on Twitch as far as watches, and you could tell that okay, it's not that he's getting less because Ross will have the other half if he's on there by himself. They have their own fan bases individually. HGU has the same thing.
Yep.
It's smaller, considerably smaller, but
Yeah.
you're you're seeing it develop, and that's why we're trying to get them to have their own logos and their own Twitch channels that just just revert back to the big channel. That's how you help things. It's a symbiotic relationship, anyways. But that's the beauty of it. You have different people. Different people are going to interact with different people. They're going to find out that they can also interact with other people that are different in the same group. It's like a it's huge. It's a huge thing. What number are we on?
I'm losing track.
17. There we go. Almost done. We are 1 hour and we still have 5 questions.
Mm.
Will HGU take back over the lead past that 108? I know a guy because I know Triple P will actually watch these episodes front to back without skipping. That's really something really good. And I know if they get this far in this episode, you motherfuckers are awesome at the fact that you will actually learn about people without skip.
And shout out to Triple P, man.
But as the HGU host of this show, kind of want the HGU record for this, and I think I'm gonna do it. 7 minutes, 5 minutes. Let's go. Number 17. Who are some dream guests? Now this is let me for the podcast for the future. These would be examples like anybody. Like for me, my dream guests are still small in nature. I still want Triple P back on here. I still want Chiseled on here. He's not a small person, but this is not Aiden Ross or Kai Sinat or Shador Sanders or these are
Yeah.
not big, but still or Devin Ross again and things like that. So who are some dream guests you'd love to see? Alexa Bliss, you'd love to have. Number 17. Who are some of the dream guests you'd love to have on the podcast in the future?
Future. Okay, yeah, you talking on the podcast. Okay. Now, like I said, you already took one. Chisel's one for sure because I heard a lot of great things about Chisel. Like I said, I think that would be a really good one with him. I definitely would be interested in seeing. Um, Dream guest. Let's see who else. Who else I think it.
I can tell you mine, but you would probably be shocked. Shocked.
Well,
Mine
I'm
would be
say
mine
one
would be former President Barack Obama.
thing. Okay, see, that's what I was gonna say. Are we going with like
Mhm.
anybody, just anybody?
Anybody, man, any dream guest.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, no, yeah, Obama. Yeah, that'll be a cool one. Anybody. Yeah, because like I also was thinking like do they have to be currently living, which probably
Mm. I mean, well, yeah, they do have to be living because they
yeah.
have to. The dream guest to come on the show. I don't need no dead people on the show, bro. I don't need somebody up here talking for them.
'Cause- yeah, right. Because golly, man, I like I said, again, and rest in peace, Kobe, man. I wish he was still alive. 'Cause that would be. I wish he was still alive. That would be a dope one. But one that's like currently living, that would be a dream one. Um, damn, it's crazy because I feel like in my mind I had a list, but now it's like, damn, like who would I actually want? Now it's kind of crazy. I'm thinking about it. Uh,
I'd like to have Jordan Howlett on the show too.
Jordan
Have you
Howard.
seen and Frito and Frito on TV? You don't be seeing them shits with me. Jordan Howlett, you need to look him up. If you don't know who it is, he almost got 5 million YouTube subscribers.
Yeah. Oh, that's one person I'm actually curious about. Jordan Peele.
Oh, of course. Oh, you can't have one without the other, though, bro.
Yeah, no, like no, either both. Like Key and Peele, like I really, because I remember growing up, I was always curious, like how would they process go in creating certain things, like especially like even so, like that with Jordan Peele now with the stuff he's creating. Uh, like there's some people like movie directors like Ryan Coogler. I would love to see like get his thoughts on certain things for sure. Like see his thought process.
Well,
Think about that.
I don't need Michael Bay on the show.
Michael Bay. Oh
Michael
no,
Bay, it would end in a cliffhanger. What? No, sir. This is one episode, sir.
no, definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, like I said, those guys, for sure. Like I said, I didn't want to sort of go to sports, right? Because like there's a lot of people in sports, of course, that you want to interview, but like, yeah, That's definitely a couple of guys off the top of my head. Because when I just think about them, I just think about their creativity and like how do they process and go through these things, you know? Because they create some great work.
Yeah, yeah, they do. I'm hoping to have some of them on their Chisel for free. But Chisel would probably be like, "No, you can do it for free, but you'll have to say my entire moniker correctly." I don't know if I can do that, Philip. I don't know if I can say 8 names rattled off like that because I'll shut up. Number 18. What drew you to HGU, and how has your experience been so far?
Um, I think, and I guess what drew me, I guess it was some ways it was kind of an accident, I guess, because I think I sort of discovered HGU, I guess on accident or by mistake, because like I said, I wasn't aware of HGU, because I guess until I was like in a Discord one time and someone, I don't know how it came about, but I guess someone kept mentioning HGU, and I didn't
Probably
realize at the
me.
time. Yeah, it may have been, but at the time I didn't realize that it was y'all's channel. Uh, so I just because it's crazy too. Because now I think about, I remember watching all the try not to laugh videos, right?
Hmm.
And for some reason, it never clicked in my brain to think like, who is High Ground Unscripted? Like, who is this coming from? Because I thought it was a single person at first. Um, and then like I just so happened to like, yeah, come across, I guess, in Discord. Then I started mentioning it. And I was like, yeah, I was like, and I think it was Steph too. He let me in on it. Like, oh, well, what's HU? And he sent me the link and everything. Then I started really beginning to find out what y'all are about.
Hmm.
And I just naturally gravitated to some of the things y'all are doing. Trying to, I guess, and for me, I just saw it as a chance to, um sort of branch out a little bit, uh, and see, to kind of challenge myself in some ways. So I just kind of saw it as a chance to really, join people that want to do different things, that kind of want to branch out, and provide their own platform.
Yeah.
So,
I think they've had this conversation before you showed up. Some of the other guys like Lynn and Spooky had this conversation. They found out that Bam was really good at picking out people who are chemically aligned with the group, even if they are different.
yeah, and I think, yeah, that's the other thing. I think it just organically happened too. It was just one of the things, like I wasn't trying to force my way, into any particular thing. I just kind of wanted to, feel my way through it, see what it's like, and just organically things,
Mhm.
happen. So,
All right, 3 left. Number 19. What's a hot take? What's a top? Oh, what's a hot take you have that always sparks a debate among your friends?
oh, among my friends.
Or it could be among your Discord friends. It could be among your IRL friends. It could be among the HGU friends. It could be among Ross. It could. Let me stop before you get in trouble.
I was gonna say, because I think we already know which one is the obvious one here. For those who don't know, that yes, I am a Titans fan. Uh, so I think we know the obvious one is, of course, the Titans in our history, which is always a hot button topic. Which I think I'm gonna leave that one alone. For the purpose, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Uh, I think, golly, man, I think if there's one pressing topic, uh, man, other than that one, I'm trying to think of one that's like other than the obvious one, which is all that. But um, I, hmm, I guess really when you think about it, I guess really in terms of, I guess basketball, in terms of like,
I know.
I know the goat conversation. I know that's always one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a topic one. Like as far, as who is the goat. Um, because I guess for me, it's like we try so hard to like make it one single person. Um, and then like so whenever I come into argument, I'm like, okay, that's fair. We can say Michael Jordan, but let's provide context here in terms of eras. And like everybody has their
Mhm.
picks. Let's just call it what it is. Everybody has their goat, all right, their own goat. Uh so whenever there's always someone that doesn't agree with who the goat is. It's like, no, this person is Michael six rings, six rings. I'm like, okay, yeah, but let's keep in mind the era and who he played against, just like LeBron, all right, and Kobe and so on. We could go for days on this topic, all right, but once somebody brings up, it's
HGU is rooted in facts. We take statistics to a whole new level. I might be the most hot topicy, hot take person in the group, but it's always because I know I have facts behind it to back it up, and I just sometimes I get bored. Argument spark. I'm bored. All right, yeah, let's do this shit. Like the Shiloh Sanders shit from today.
man. Oh my gosh, a shot. Oh, bro, because I know I told people I was like, yeah, dog, like Shadur is not exactly what you think. The NFL showed you. Okay, now should he gone fifth round? Maybe not. Well, we can debate that, but
But
yeah,
I'm still sick of hearing that thing. He took him in the fifth round. Look, man, Tom Brady went in the sixth, and he has 7 fucking rings and 2 teams. Like I don't want to hear that. That's an excuse. That is an excuse. Anyways, not here for that. We
yeah.
were
If he's about it, then he'll prove it. It's simple as that.
hot take I have right now. The new hot take is ketchup doesn't belong with cornbread. Anyways,
Then I can
nope.
say,
Hot take. Fuck you. Number 20. If you could. The other hot take that I have that people hate right now in the Triple P server is Raising Cane's is gentrified chicken. No, and they argue. What do you mean? Well, they keep getting rid of Popeyes and they keep building Raising Cane's, so that's gentrification. Think
shoot.
about it. Think
Hey,
about it.
no, I know one man. I tell people like I prefer Church's chicken over like sometimes Popeyes and stuff.
But churches is still churches. It ain't the gentrification of chicken that Raising Cane's
Hey,
is. No, Chick-fil-A has more flavor than fucking Raising Cane's. Anyways, number 20. If you could, boy, if you could sit down with one person, a single person, okay,
mm,
past or present,
okay,
that
got
means
it.
dead or alive,
Oh my
for an uninterrupted discussion, who's in the seats across from you?
damn, one person. Actually this is probably an easy one for me. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Just
Still
because,
fire.
yeah, like I get it, and I get it. But his name, his name just resonates across all aspects in such a way, in terms of in terms of what he did, of course, or during the civil rights movement, things like that. Just and just in terms of and just in terms of the context of everything that took place around him. I really have always been curious his thoughts and perspective uh, on different things, because like I said, if like I said, people know in his teachings, he takes like different things from like think about different people. I mean, you're talking about uh trying to think of the name of the guy, but yeah, his teachings and things like it all comes from different world perspectives. Like he just wasn't just one thing. He just didn't have one way of thinking. Uh, so I really would be curious to see what his thoughts will be on certain things, how his philosophy was about certain topics or discussions. Uh, because if anybody, like I said again, did pay attention to things he said, his philosophy was just such a worldview. that sometimes I think people didn't realize it because his name was just such a big part of a certain movement. So I think his philosophy and things got lost because it was actually a world perspective.
basically. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's a better. I'm gonna say this right now. Hey, Fuego. He gave a really good answer. You gave me Shannon Sharp. This man gave me Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Who you think I'm gonna side with? This man said, Shannon Sharp. What you mean, Shannon Sharp? For what? He's still alive.
He was on IG Live from the IG Live.
I give you I give you the choice of Gandhi and and people from like early Roman time, Jesus and and you pick Shay Sharp.
But
But I digress.
uh, but you see what I mean though. Like I said, people wouldn't think from how I am that these kind of answers would come from me. Because like I said, big back, goofy, like no people.
That's why we're here. That's why 21 questions exist. Because
Yeah, like I
nobody still believes that Bam would love opera right now. Nobody. Nobody would know that I listen to more classical style music than any rap music, and I know a lot of rap music.
that one's still kind of yeah.
Nobody believes I used to be a YN either, but
That reminds me because a lot of people believe I listen to country music, and I don't know why.
no, Texas people listening to the like Dove and Jay Washington, they listen to country music. I fully believe it. Boys in
Yeah, but
Mississippi, they
like
don't be listening to no damn country music.
yeah, but just put in perspective, like I could be going down the street playing Project Pat, and then like somebody I know, they're like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't know you played that kind of music. Like I thought you would always be a country guy." I'm like, what? Where did
Not me.
that come from?
I just told GH2 and said your 21 questions time record has been broken. He said unacceptable. When is the next availability?
God
God hell. Number
damn.
21. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Um, Number 21. If you had to define your legacy, when I say your legacy, I don't mean the accomplishments that you have. I mean your legacy in the impact you leave on others. There's two different types of legacies.
Very true.
What
Very true.
do you hope people remember about you?
Um, that I was someone who would always, um, someone who always make their day better or make their day brighter. Someone who would always be someone that is caring, compassionate, and really just truly want the best for others. Like I said, we just live in such a wild time where people are more unsure of themselves than ever before. Um, so I just hope that I can leave a legacy of just love, happiness, of just good times and good memories. Being one that they could say, "Oh yeah, like he was always the one that would brighten their day no matter what." Always be joking. Always be whether be always be the crazier one of the bunch. um, but yeah, that's kind of like see, always just someone that always just care for his friends and family, um, and just was just overall caring for others. So that's really something that I hope to leave behind. Uh, like I said, for people to remember me as, like I said, and pass those lessons on to my children. Like I said, to just don't forget. Also, don't forget where you came from.
Mm.
Never forget where you came from. Uh, like I said, no matter how big you are, no matter how great you think things can be for you, just never forget where you came from. Because I noticed that a lot. like I said, a lot of people they move on, they bigger, better things, they do well, and they forget where they came from, and they lose a sense of themselves and what made them them.
It's what a lot of people need to understand. I've asked that question or a similar version of that question, several different ways, several different times to the last seven people plus him, eight. We can listen to what we listen to. We can do what we want. We can hang out with the crowns that we hang out with. I used to hang out with gang members all the times who have now either been to jail or they have changed their life. Either one. But you can listen to Project Pat like we do. Some music with some very bad language in it. But at the end of the day, we want to be remembered for what we do,
Mhm.
what we pass on, how we continue the legacy of ourselves. What we listen to in the moment has nothing to do with what we're trying to do in our futures. That's what the show is about.
Yep, exactly. Like I said, we're not here to judge. We're not here to uh, make
This
you something
show,
that you're not. We just here to let you be you, basically.
we listen and we don't judge on this show. Crash
Yep.
Out Tuesday, my God.
Oh, that's the opposite. That's the complete opposite.
Okay, so Anifreeze, this was fun, and we broke the record. GH2 ain't happy about it, but um, he about to see that part of it. But fuck him. Oh, fuck me, huh? No, he's gonna make a second episode, and he's gonna try to smash this, which is
Oh my
means
god.
I need to get a better, thing for my seat, little cushion or some shit, because we'll be 1 hour and 22 minutes. We smashed this man's record. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, that was fun.
For sure. For
I
sure.
am I am definitely glad to have you. Just like I told Greg, since he's new to last week, we're definitely glad to have you a part of the group. The OGs are glad. Jay, Cat, myself, Lynn. I'm pretty sure Spooky's been coming around a lot lately. I'm pretty sure he's happy to see that we have new people that are just keeping up the same energy that we had. So, and also us big backs, we gotta stick together.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Man, if y'all went into the Discord and saw the diabetes channel that we have,
Hey man, I said that's why they call me Baby D. You know, off
Jo-
network. Off
Jordan
network.
Howlett, if you would just come and look at that channel, you ain't even got to. You just change your name, get on the Discord. I won't even tell nobody to go on that channel and make everything for us. Tell how to make it because that's what he does. He finds the secret recipes and shit. It's great. Um,
Oh, that guy. God, how did I not? Dog, yeah, because I watch him all the time. Yeah, now, man, how
mhm.
did it just not click? Oh my gosh.
See,
Yeah,
Jordan,
okay,
I will
so
never forget. He'll
yeah,
forget, but
I know who
I
he
will
is.
never forget. Um, but yeah, so that we had to stick together, and I hope your answers help, to inform the audience that we do have, and hopefully raise the audience a little bit and help them through their own tough times. Like that's the whole point of learning about people and learning deeper, just more so than he's a nice person to me. No, get a little bit deeper into what makes them tick. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Yeah,
goal. That's the goal of the
yeah, like
show, anyways. Can't wait for Ross to see that because he is going to be on the show too, and they'll finally understand toxic versus toxic. It cancels out. Um, just like two negative numbers make a positive. Anyway, learning about other people and their impact on the world is the goal.
integer and
Um,
shit.
once again, I am your boy. I'm OG Bam. Um, and I'm joined by Anifreeze of HGU, and I hope to see you all later on this week for an interview with a member of Plain Possum Podcast and the wife of Mr. GH2, whose record was just broken, who we had a couple of weeks ago on the show. His wife, Noct- Noctis Lilium. I've been screwing her name up all week because I want to call her by her first name, but we don't we call them by their screen name, so privacy. So Noctis Lilium, I probably said that wrong too. That's fine. It's whatever. She scares me. But yeah, that's it. That's all for us this week. We HGU owns the record for time again. Whoop whoop. And we'll see you all next week. And in fact, we'll see you all in about an hour and a half or so for Monday Night Raw.
Yep,
Peace.
yep. See ya.